Hello Dreamers, I'm back with another tutorial that I know many of you have been eagerly waiting for, the golden stencil cake. Achieving a clean and precise stenciling can be challenging, especially when apply the stencil all around the cake without disturbing other areas. Today I invite you to join me in the process of creating a beautiful and flawless golden stencil design on the entire cake. Are you ready? Let's begin. To start with the easy level, I will demonstrate the process on a ganache cake. To make the gold effect more prominent against the cake canvas, we will frost the cake with a dark color shade. In this case, I will be using navy from Color Mill to mix with my white chocolate ganache. To enhance the brightness of this color, I will add royal color to it. This is the shade that I prefer and find appealing. I have already applied the crumb coat to the 6-inch cake using dark chocolate. The cake is now firm and ready for the final coat of frosting. I'm sure you're familiar with this crucial step in the frosting process. It is a must-do before we begin any decorations. Since ganache sets quicker than buttercream frosting, we need to stay focused and complete the task swiftly before it becomes challenging to work with. Let's get it done quickly. I prefer using ganache to frost the cake because it provides a firm and stable base for various decorations, and it also ensures safer delivery. It is particularly suitable for long celebrations like weddings, as it can last the entire day without any issues. After achieving a smooth top surface, I will proceed to smooth the sides of the cake using a metal scraper. This helps to achieve sharp and clean finishing. It's important to remember to maintain the right consistency of ganache throughout the process. If it becomes harder than a designed consistency, you will need to soften it and bring it back to the right consistency before continuing to frost the cake. Alright, I have completed the final coat of the cake and it is now mostly set. However, I would like it to be even firmer, so I will place it in the fridge for a short while. In the meanwhile, I will prepare the gold mixture that will be applied to the stencil later. Typically, I adjust the mixture based on my instinct, but today I will provide specific measurements for those who are unsure. The mixture consists of approximately 1 gram of gold luster dust and 6 grams of quick paint. If you cannot find quick paint, vodka can be used as an alternative. That's all there is to it. Once the mixture is prepared, pour it into the airbrush and it will be ready to spray onto the stencil. To determine if the cake is firm, gently touch the top or surface of the cake. It is considered ready when it no longer leaves any marks on your fingertips. To apply the stencil, I simply wrap it around the cake and secure it with a peg. I then use the remaining ganache from earlier to spread evenly onto the stencil. Afterward, I scrape off the excess ganache with a scraper, ensuring a clean stencil design. This step makes a noticeable difference in the final result. Once the excess frosting is removed, we can immediately proceed to spray the gold mixture onto the stencil. With the stencil securely in place, you will be able to work comfortably and confidently using freehand technique. Using the airbrush, I have precise control over the power and distribution of the gold mixture, resulting in an even shade of the cake surface. After spraying the gold mixture, remove the peg and gently peel off the stencil from one side to another. This completes the first part of the stencil design. While the cake is still firm, the gold mixture may remain slightly wet. To ensure I don't accidentally smudge it when placing the ribbon later, I will chill the cake in the fridge while I clean the stencil. Once everything is ready, we can proceed to the next part. I will carefully position the stencil right next to the end part of the previous one, creating a seamless and aesthetically pleasing design that wraps all around the cake. If you have watched my previous tutorial, you would know that I prefer using ribbon to secure my stencil. This method ensures that the cake remains free from marks and holes. If you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, you can check it out later to see how I insert and secure the ribbon on the stencil. Even though the cake has set and the gold mixture has dried, it is important to handle everything with care and be gentle. Take your time during the scraping process as you wouldn't want to make any mistakes. Remember to allow the cake to set in between each section. Once finished, you can clean the cake board using a wet wipe to ensure a neat presentation. To create the Isomalt Sail, I combined isomalt powder and a small amount of water in a saucepan. I heat it until it reaches a temperature of around 170 to 180 degrees. It is important to avoid stirring the mixture as it can create more bubbles. Once it reaches the desired temperature, I turn off the heat, then I carefully pour the isomalt mixture onto a silicone mat. After placing the isomalt on the cup, I allow the Isomalt Sail cool down completely. Once it has fully set, I gently remove it from silicone mat. It's important to be extremely careful during this step as the Isomalt Sail is very fragile. However, the end result is truly stunning. To add an extra touch of elegance, I paint the edges of the Isomalt Sail with gold. This simple step enhances its overall appearance and adds a fancy touch to the decoration. To secure the Isomalt Sail on the cake, I will spread a small amount of ganache on top of the cake and then I carefully place the sail on it. I will then add a few golden balls and blackberries for additional decoration. A gentle touch of gold on the sail and blackberries will add a final touch of elegance. And voila! The cake is now complete with this stunning golden stencil. I couldn't have asked anything more from this cake. It's simply too good to be true. I hope you found this tutorial helpful and I encourage you to give it a try. Please let me know how it goes. I would love to hear about your experience. Thank you for watching and until next time. Bye!